All right, guys, in the last time, we were working with objects. We were working with the hotel objects. So let's go back and continue working on it for a quick second. Also, thank you so much for those of you who made it this morning to the API 102 workshop. The API 103 is coming, no, it was at 10 a.m. The API 103 workshop is coming on the 23rd of this month. Okay, so if you are interested, yes, I will send you guys the link to register for the API 103. Yes, with Postman. Let me go and look for the link so you guys can register.
Can you repeat, please? Thank you.
The API 103, the registration for the API 103, I'm going to paste it in the chat if you guys want to do that. It's not the same, it's a continuation of the last one. So 103 is a continuation of 102.
How do we get to 102?
So 102 was today. I can give you some video guidance so you can complete it on your own, and then you can be ready for 103. So send me the once you go ahead and complete the registration form, I will send you a link with the information, and you can watch on your own some how to do 102 so you can be
Just
ready
like
for
1 day.
103. Yes,
Is it 1 day?
it takes less than 1 day. It takes 1 hour and 45 minutes. All right, so on Monday we are going to work with Postman, and we are going to do a project with Postman, and also you will be able to get a certificate, a badge with Postman on Monday. I will give you the details on Monday. So you're going to have the hours from 6 up to 10 working with Postman, and we're going to get you from the beginning up to the end. But if you want independent workshops, I have one more workshop on June 23rd. And that workshop is the continuation of workshop 102. Okay? The API 102. Right now, let's continue with today's topics. Today we are going to continue working with what is JavaScript. And HTML and CSS and so on. All right. So we are here and we were working with different cards. If we want, there are two things that we can do. Okay, I'm taking away this. if we want, there are two things that we can do. We can either use the CSS Flexbox, or we can use what is the Bootstrap. Okay, so let's take a look how to make. Let's take a look on how to make a Flexbox. Anybody ever heard about Flexbox? Did you guys read about Flexbox? Did I give you any readings to read about Flexbox before for CSS?
No.
No.
Mañana, no,
Sí.
sí o no.
Okay. Okay, now please
Video.
mute yourself if you after talking. Thank you so much for letting me know. Let's use a Flexbox, okay? Let's use Flexbox then. We are going to change Flexbox, and instead of using Flexbox, we are going to be using Bootstrap. Okay?
Grandma, do I have?
Oh, please, guys, mute yourself. All right. So we want the Flexbox for us, let's say for this div between hotels and my cards, because I don't want to display them just like this. Maybe I want to display them using a Flexbox, okay? So what would I do if I want to use a Flexbox?
Display flex, right?
Okay. Okay, great, okay. So you put display flex, okay. So that is going to be for the CSS, therefore you put style, display, flex. Okay. Yes, Yanni, do you have a question?
Is this based off of the that frog link? There was like a frog kind of frog kind of game that had to do with like they were like flex start, flex end, center, like that. Is that what you were talking about? It's a link that you put, I think it was on day one. Is for the first.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Okay.
So you did read about it. Okay, good to know.
Wait, and I tried the game. I don't know if there's any particular article that part I don't know about, but yeah, the game I tried it. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad that you went through the material. All right, so this is what happens when I put a display flex, okay? Of course, you can set margins and stuff between the cards. It's up to you how you want to do it, right? But you can also set more data to be displayed apart from setting the name of the hotels. We have more information for the hotels. Like for example, what else can we put for the hotels? Let's go to the hotels.js and check what we can do. We have what is rooms, we have what is booked, we have what is availability. So what we can do is that we can display the availability of it, okay? we can display the availability of hotel 1, hotel 2, hotel 3. I'm just going to do it one by one for now, then I will show you something different. Okay. So for example, I can have a something age, maybe a P, okay. And I can say before that, I can just set one ID for this, okay. This is to change later, okay. So if I put in here available 1, and in there I then do check availability. Let me just put in the name as it is, just like this, copy. I can put quotation marks plus rooms available. Available. And then in here I can put what is. I meant to put it just right there. Don't have to check availability. I'm putting it in the bottom because availability. Save. So if I go ahead and reload this, I can see a message that says rooms available, and there are 10 rooms available for the Trump Tower. Okay. But what if you want to write something like more than just putting everything into, let's just put one div and put in here div 1, div, and this div is going to be ID for hotel information or hotel 1 content. Okay. Or hotel content 1. It's up to you how you want to call it. So instead of me doing one by one, I could just do everything in one line. I'm going to do in here hotel content. And instead of me putting availability or rooms available in here, I can go ahead and put all my messages in there. So for example, one second. I'm going to put it out there because I'm going to do title. No, just the hotel name at the beginning. Okay, and then concatenate it with them with some messages. Room. But the hotel name, I want to put it inside quotation marks. Plus the hotel names I want to put inside H2. Okay. Okay. And then the availability, I want to put it in. I'm just going to open it just right there. I'm going to put it in P, in paragraph. And there also is going to say available rooms. I'm doing it in the same line. Available rooms, available. Available. Okay. I can put it in there. And then I will put a closing P. If you want to put in the same line, you can, you know. So if I go ahead and put this space, this is how it's going to look like. Do you see? You can do it for the other ones as well. I have changed H3 for H2. And instead, I'm going to have a div for content, hotel content 2, hotel 2 content, and div for hotel 3 content. Yes?
Yes, Professor. I would like to know why you put the P closing tag into quotation marks for the new P tag. Like,
Ah,
do
just
something
for-
or just by mistake.
No, because the P is for a paragraph. So this is so right now this is a script, and the script is JavaScript, right?
No,
But
what
if
I'm saying, the closing tab for P, you see it's in quotation
Yeah.
marks?
Yes, you need to put it there.
Oh, okay.
You have an open you have an open paragraph tag, then you need to have the closing paragraph tag, you know? So that's why.
I get this, but why does it have to be between the quotation marks? Oh, I'm sorry, I
Because
get it. It's two different quotation marks. Yeah.
because why? Because look, because this is a variable and this variable is an object, and I'm making a call to the method check availability. And what happens is that if I put this everything into quotation marks right here, it will not make the call. So I want to separate, right? I want to separate because this is JavaScript and this is HTML. Okay, so this is HTML in JavaScript. That's why I am in the script block in here. This script block is for JavaScript. If I want to write HTML, I put it into quotation marks. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? before I continue doing anything, I also want to tell you that if I want, I can do something different. So for example, if I had the pictures of each of my if I have the pictures of each of my cards, the pictures that I want inside my hotels in here, let's do it. Let's change our object right here. Let's add a source for the pictures and sorry for the background noise. Okay. So let's add in here that picture. And I'm going to pass the picture. Okay. So this the picture of photo or anything you want to call it. Oh, my birds. 1 second. The picture. And now when I create it here, I will pass the pictures right there. I'm going to pass them. Okay. So for the Trump Tower, I'm going to put this as a string. And give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. All right, we continue. So sorry for that. So I'm going to grab those pictures. Those pictures address. Okay. Put it here. Oh. Copy. Paste it. And here, copy this. I'm going to copy that in between the quotation marks. Copy, paste. Am I having this? Let me, 1 second. Yeah, take away this thing that says out. Save. All right, so let's say I already have the links to the pictures, okay? So now what I'm going to do is actually delete all these cards, okay? Why do you think I'm going to delete all these cards? What do you think I'm going to do? So I'm going to create, I'm going to name this, I'm going to give this an ID for hotels. Okay. So I have an ID called hotels. And I'm going to create I'm also going to use this. I'm going to create an array called a hotel list. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put Trump Tower here, comma, Dream Hotel, comma, comma, Marriott Hotel. Okay. Save. And now instead of me going and typing everything over and over again, is someone talking? Make sure to mute yourself, please. So I have in here a list. And what do you think I do now? If I want to set to display all my hotels in each one in a card. Yeah, you can use a loop. There are different ways to use loops. Okay, there are different ways to use loops, right? What do you think is going to be? Okay, okay, I see different answers. I see map, I see for each. Did I see for each in there? Okay, yes, I see for each, which is 4. Okay. So let's do it. Let's show you how to use each one of both. Yes, Ayani, what did you have a question?
Yeah, I'm trying to, what are you trying to do exactly again, just to understand?
So what I'm trying to do is that I am not going to be, I am just going to write my code once to display the 3 cards and not having to display all the cards as once, just by using a iteration, by using type of loop, is using map or using for each and so on. So my question is, what is my next step? What do you think is going to be my next step?
You know, I was generally thinking maybe, well, but I don't know, maybe you can use, is there a switch? I don't know, if switch is available in HTML or CSS. That's all I can really think of, because you're going through all of them. Maybe iterator, iterator of some sort.
All right. So let's do the first. Let's use the one that Mamadou recommended. Okay. So we have hotel list. Okay, and then we have map. Okay, and then when we have the map, we are actually creating a new array. Okay. And what do we do in the map? So let's say, for example, I have in here data, okay, and I will do the forward. I do this, okay. I do a function. I put a function inside my map. What do I do in there? Inside the function inside my map. Okay, you're talking about values, index. Okay. We have this, we have a function, we have data. What do we do with the data? So if I do this, so for example, in here, if I do this, I first, let's say, for example, I have a variable called content for whole, I will just do it. Content for hotels. I'm having too many variables in here. Let's go. What is the name of this variable? What is the ID? So document. Okay. Document. Get element by ID. And what is the name? As I have in here, hotels. I put this on my column in here. So I want to update this a content element. This element that says inside this content elements, what do I put? So I do content, okay, that you can either do what? Append child. Anybody heard about append child? Create node, create element, append, and so on? No? Okay, so there are different, in JavaScript, you can create your own elements, your own HTML elements. One of these ways, you can do it by creating what is called calling the document create elements. Okay, so for example, in here, let's say, for example, I want to create a variable node. For now, I'm just going to put it just like here. And this in here, I want to, let's say this node is just a div. So I'm going to go ahead and do a document that create element. Okay. And inside there, inside the create element, you put the element that you want to put. Okay. You put the elements that you want to put inside, that you want to create. And let's say the element that you want to create is a div. Okay. Right. And the div, and then you have created one element of type div. Okay, if you want to set the class for that element, you do class name, and the class name that you would like to have, is cards. Let me verify that I have the cards. What was it that was here before for the cards in Bootstrap? Let me go ahead and look for Bootstrap cards. Bootstrap cards. Just come here, card. And what is it in here? Card. Okay. So the class name for this is going to be card. Okay. And I'm not going to set the height or anything yet. I'm just going to show you. So now that I have in here, in this, I want to then append another element, okay? Append another element inside there, okay? Create another element for inside my div, okay? So what is inside? The first thing that I would like to do is to create an element for my images, okay? So I'm going to also create image element, image node. I'm doing it all in Power because this is going to be, and I'm going to create an element, document, that creates element. Create element. And I want to create what else in here, a element for, I want to create an element for image, okay? So EIMG, okay? And then I'm going to do, I want to set, for that element, I want to set the source, okay? And I even don't need to put this, like I'm going to go ahead and not actually create one other element. I'm just going to set the inner text and just add it because there's a lot of elements in here right now. So we have the div and we have the hotels. I'm going to do node that inner HTML. And inside the inner HTML, I will just write the HTML because I'm not going to keep writing and creating other elements inside there. I'm just going to do it. We have image. Inside there, I'm going to put the source. Inside there, inside the source, and I'm just going to do it just like this. Plus this. I'm going to just concatenate it with data that picture. Just wait. And here, concatenated with plus sign. And now I close this. I'm adding a escape character. Oh, I do have it just right there, actually. And in there, I'm also going to write what is another div. And inside this div, I'm going to put the hotel's name. Maybe This is going to be class. This is going to be of class card body. Let me just make sure I write it in the same way. Card body. And I'm going to just put it just right here, just for the name. Later on, I'll add the other thing, so you add it yourself. I'm just going to do it very quick because the time is running. Data that name. And I put the plus sign in there, and I put closing quotation marks. A closing div. And I have this, I also have that. And now I want to append this to my content, okay? Then I do append child. Or I can either do just append. Okay. Append child, and I'm going to append node as a child. And now, give me 1 second, please. So, right now, in here, what do you think? I'm here, I'm using the map, and this map is a recommendation from Mamadou. Let me give you this example, and here, map for JavaScript array, and show you from here, let's say Mozilla. And these are some things that you guys can take a look in and self-explore. I'm going to send you here, and we'll add it to the notebook, okay? Also, you can go ahead and take a look at this one. You have in here value, index, and mapping for mapping arrays. So we have in here value, index, and the array itself. Okay. There are different ways to do it. Go ahead, please, and I'm going to go ahead and go here. 1 second. And look at how it looks like right now. Right now, I haven't set any type. I haven't set any size. Remember, when I go ahead and do this for the size of my content for my card, I didn't set the size. I can do it right there. Note that a style size. 1 second. You can set the style, you can set the attribute, okay? And there, just we can use the size that we wanted to have. I mean, for the width, we want a width. If you want to have a in a smaller size, you can set the style of the node. Sorry, why my birds? I put it here as name as an HTML node. It's just you creating one element that you can append to another element, and you can do anything that you want to that element. Okay. So basically with the map is also kind of working as mapping. It's kind of working as if you are going through the entire array and going element by element. Guys, if my birds bother you, let me know. I can take them out to the different room. Okay. So let's set the style of a node, okay? Let's go right here inside there. So this node, and this is for the class name. I can set the style right there. Okay. And in there I can set the style that I wanted to, width. Here. And I see the same style that I have before. Okay. And that is using the map. Okay, that is one way to do it. You can also do it in different way, right? But this is in here for us to save us some space. Because if we have an array, we can just go through the array and just grab the data that we need, right? Here we have the name and we have the picture. And we are good. Any questions so far? Any questions? Any questions, guys? Why don't you guys go ahead and add more cards? Maybe two more cards for add 2 more hotels. Create 2 more hotels, then I will go ahead and do something different for you, show you something different, okay? Add more hotels, and all you have to do is to add more hotels in here, by the way, here. So you can create 2 more hotels. Remember to provide the image link in there, okay?
How did you add the names again?
Huh?
The names?
The name, I
Yeah,
just put,
because is there like,
so-
did you like an ID because it says ID's hotel, right? But it's not in the function.
ID,
Hotels. Hotels, it's not in the function.
where?
At the top, you see where it says the flex boxes?
Hotels?
Yeah. Oh, okay, they're
Yes. There you go.
in content. Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Make sure that your pictures are in the right format. Okay. Yes, Mamadou, you have a question?
Yes, the create element div.
Mhm.
That means we're creating a div like a class.
Yes, you're creating a div element. With you don't have to care about the closing tag because it's all it's creating it for you. Okay. So if
Okay,
we
that
go
means-
here, so if we
ahead.
go here to inspect, okay, and we go and see, and we see that there are 1, 2, 3 elements. We didn't create those elements. We created, created in the JavaScript, but not in the HTML. But the JavaScript wrote this HTML for us. We gave them the we used this div. You see this div that we are creating in here? We are creating a new element. We are setting the information that we need. If we wanted to, we could have created an element for this one, for the image, and an element for the card body, but I felt too lazy for me to create more elements, that I just put it as an inner HTML. But now you have a perspective between both of them. You have a perspective between creating a new element, then appending this element to the child, appending as a child, appending the element as a child, and also you have another perspective is in adding images as well from there. Right now, this is front end. Back end will start next week.
Did you
Okay.
delete the devs before that we made before?
If I deleted the other cards that we had before, yes, because I wanted to not have to repeat go. I wanted to just go through an array and just grab the information from the array. Okay.
Yeah, I deleted them, but the function doesn't work for me.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen? 1 second. And there is another question or not? No other questions? Okay, you can go ahead and share your question. Oh, and there are other questions, but first, one at a time, okay? Who was the person who just told me right now, who just asked me right now? Luis? Okay. Right click on it, check the back, check the inspect, right click, inspect. Are you able to right click on it? I mean to say on the browser, on your browser, in your browser, I want you to inspect. Right click on the inspect. Click on console. It says in here, not created. Hilton, not created. You first need to create it in line 25. You need to create Hilton. Oh, you do? You have Hilton. But you had a typo? Oh, okay, you have a typo. Okay, save it and run it and check and reload the page. Reload the page. It says in there, line 27. Go to your code. What is in line 27? Oops. Images.
Yeah,
Your images are missing now, okay?
mine too is not showing the picture somehow.
Let me see how you put the images.
In here?
Oh, can you please show me your hotel.html, hotel.js? Hotels.js. You need to add it there. So you put that picture, and then you also have to put it on there. You see in function and as a you put that picture is going to be set to picture, and over there in the parameter you also have to add it, right? Picture. Save. And there you go. Okay. I close and let's see the next student. Who is the next student, Pali?
Yes. Okay, can I show mine?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It's kind of shaking a little bit. Okay. All right. Pa. Where is it? Ah, here. Okay. So what's the error that you're getting?
So my error is that it's not showing the pictures over here.
Go to your hotels.js.
Yeah, I already did that over here. I already added the pictures and there's that picture. Even the perimeter I added.
Okay. Did you save it?
Yes. Wait.
It's saved. Go back to there, and I'm going to see. Not there. I'm not talking about
Right,
there.
right now it's good. Right now it's good.
Oh, okay. So it was not saved. Okay. Go. Okay. Next student. Oh, I see questions, and make sure to lower your hand after you are after you ask your question. Okay. Richard, why you did not return the picture and the name in the function? What do you mean? What do you mean about returning the pictures and the name in the function? Is that a question for me?
Oh, yes.
Where?
Oh, in the hotel.js, I see that
It-
you returned this room returned that room and this that book, but you didn't return the picture and the name. I don't understand that part.
I don't know what you say in there because look at hotels in there. You have name, you have rooms, you have booked, you have picture. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, you have them. You have them. I don't see, and you're not returning. So basically, right now, I want to change this. I will change it instead of me putting function, so you don't get confused. I'm going to put class.
Okay.
Actually, I leave it as I'm just going to leave it as function because then the class will expect me to do. I will show you how to do class in a different after this one in a different project. Okay.
Okay.
But there. Okay. So this is for just this, think about this like a class in Java. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And this is like the constructor for the class. Okay. Now that we're done, I just asked you to add two more. So you have 5 more minutes. I'll mute myself. You have 5 minutes to add 2 more hotels in here. And add it here and add it to the hotel list. I'm going to mute myself. You work on adding 2 more hotels, okay? All right. Everybody agrees? Okay. I'll put the timer in 5 minutes. I check in. I want you to show me the 2 more hotels that you added, okay? All right, guys. Ready to show me the 2 other hotels that you added? Would you like to show me the 2 other hotels that you guys added? Did you guys finish adding the 2 other hotels? Anybody, any volunteer? Yes, guys? Okay, okay. 5 more minutes. Has anything? Anybody has added more, make some changes, would like to showcase their progress? Yes. Anyone out there? All right, so let's move on. Let's then create classes, okay? Now you know how to create an object using the constructor style. Let's create a class, just the way that you create a class using in Java. For this, we are going to think about restaurants. Okay. I'm going to do it in this folder JS. And I'm going to call it restaurants. JS. Okay, so how do we do that? We are going to create a class in the following way. We put class, and then the name of the class is Taurant. And then you put this, however you want to call it. This is what it looks like. And then the constructor, for the constructor, you just put constructor. And then what do you put in there? What is some things that you would like to know for the restaurant? The name, right? The name. And what else would you like to know for the restaurant? You would like to know what? The rating, okay. And is there anything else?
How many people works there?
Numbers of employees, and how many tables? Numbers of employees, and num of tables. Also specialty. Okay, but I think that there is a lot of things about restaurant. I think you guys know a lot about restaurants so far. Let's select one menu and that's it for now, because there is a lot of things. You can add it yourself if you feel like it. Okay, so this is very similar to Java. There you put this, okay, this, that name gets the value of name, this, that rating gets the value of rating, this, that number of employees gets the value of num employees, this, the menu. Yes, you can guys think about any other attributes that you guys want to add. You guys add it on your own. Okay. This the menu. It's going to be menu. And now we can write some functions. So one of the functions, what functions can we do in the restaurant? what methods can we have in the restaurant? Let's do a getter. If we want to do a getter, you know, getter, get name. Return this dot name. And but this in here is JavaScript. This is not Java. So there are differences, you know. We can have method. Okay. Let's say a method for close the restaurant. Oh, make a reservation. No. Okay, for that, something related to, we need something related to this kind of that we can use it in here. Maybe higher. Yeah. Higher. Higher waitress or higher employees or something like that. Okay. And we can, at the beginning, for now, what we can do is that our method is just going to increment the number of employees and then plus plus. And if I put fire waitress or fire employee, employee, I'm going to put waitress, not to be because there could be waiter. I mean, and something like that. This is going to just do a num of employees minus. Okay, ready to see the action? Yes, I'm showing how to create a class in JavaScript because we already show you how to create some objects and create objects using the constructor style, using and then it's now time to show you that you can also do it in the classic way where you can just put class and so on, right? So now now that I have this, okay, I would like to go ahead and maybe outside I'm going to create an HTML file, but I don't need to use it outside yet. Or you want to use a set to set like a setter? We can have setter as well. Maybe to change something. It's crazy because it has the same name kind. All right. So let's go ahead and test our like restaurants. So I'm going to just do restaurant .html. And I'm not going to do anything in there. I just want to open it and check something in there. And since I did it in separate files and not in the HTML file, I'm going to go ahead and just do just link it to an HTML file for now. header, head. And also I'm going to put this in here, body. Save. Notice in here that, cancel. Notice in here that I have a script. Close. Notice in here that I have restaurant that, 1 second, that is, notice in here that I have it in a separate file, so I do JS /restaurant restaurant.js. Okay. So if I go here, I go to my restaurant. Where am I? And here. Go to my restaurant. You see, this is blank. I'm going to go to inspect. I'm going to go to column. Lowering. Let me put a /. 1 second. Save. Okay. Reload. Fail to loading fail for the script to source JavaScript. Take away. I am in here. I see. Because I also have it in assist. This assist. Okay. Save. And go ahead and reload. I put a double egg, an extra S in there. Yes. Did I type it correctly? This word assets is a little bit tricky for me. Okay. File loading failed for assets. Oh. Where's slash? Save.
Professor, you have two dots before the asset, right? Because it's on top of the.
No, but I am in the out. I am in this in the outside this directory.
You put the JS/JS.
Oh, there is an S in restaurant. Did I put
So after asset, you have /JS.
restaurant? Okay. Restaurants. Oh, 1 second.
Yes, you don't have the S on the restaurant.
Where isn't here? It's not here. Okay, thank you. Missed that one. Thank you so much for getting this one. Here. Below. There you go. Thank you. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create an object on my console, and this object is going to be a restaurant. So I'm going to create, give me the name for a restaurant, Wendy's, right? Wendy's, okay? So I'm going to do cons. I'm going to make a let Wendy's be a new restaurant, and inside there I can go ahead and check what are the expected values for this. I have name, rating, number of employees, and menu. Okay, name, ratings, number of employees, and menu. So name is going to be Wendy's. Ratings is going to be 10. And what else do I have? What other values? Numbers of employee, 300. Okay. Oh, okay. You guys are telling me in the chat. Okay, let's leave as 300 for now. And let's go ahead. And the menu. For the menu, I don't know what to put in there yet. So I'm just going to say pasta for now. Okay. And then I have a Wendy's in here. Smash O. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, let me take away the set name for here because this is having the names and there is another name and there is another name. I'm going to remove this one for now because I'm going to have to select a different name for this getter. Remove. And Wendy's. Getter only, setting getter only property. Let's take away the getters for now because these getters are not doing well to me. Getters, setters for now. Save. Go ahead. And Wendy's. And now, do you guys want to hire someone? So I'm going to type in Wendy's in here. Wendy's. 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 So we have Wendy's in here. Do you guys want to hire someone or do you guys want to fire someone? Okay, so let's fire someone. So we do Wendy's and then we have fire employee. Oh, guys, don't be so cruel. You know, they have family. Fire employee. Okay. And now if I go ahead and put Wendy's again, Wendy's. I type in there Wendy's, Wendy's, Wendy's again. I can see that I have 299. Okay, 299 because one employee was fired by a mean manager. Okay, it's not good. You know, they need it. They need the job. They need the money. You know, nobody choose to go to work at Wendy's just because they want to. You know, they do it because they need them. Okay. Oh, someone says let's hire them back. So let's do Wendy hire. And oh, I did both hire waitress. No, I'm sorry, we're now hiring a waitress, not a waiter. So we added one new employee that replaced him. Okay. So now when we do this, we can see that now we can now there is no go back. Once you fire him, he's never going to come back. Okay. So then we have this, and we have one new employee that replaced the old employees that was fired. Okay. Let me give you a 5 minutes break if you guys need, and we continue working with this, okay? 5 minutes break. Let me record this one. For the first one, JavaScript in the browser. The second one, document object model. The third one, handling events. Okay, done. You guys have 30 minutes to work on this. Let's go over the material I gave you to study, to self-explore. So the 30 minutes has passed already.
I went through some of it or part of it. It seemed pretty interesting. Gotta try to go through the rest of it, but yeah, seemed pretty interesting.
Awesome. So would you like to tell me anything that you learned or discovered by going through it?
I learned that HTTP stands for like hypertext transfer. What was it?
Protocol?
Yeah, protocol. Yeah, hypertext transfer protocol, and learn like just like I guess how they in the beginning how they were trying to communicate data between two computers that were simply in the same building, and just how that kind of jump started the foundation for the internet, and how that is communicated through various computers on a wider scale. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. What about anyone else would like to share their experience by self-exploration? No. Guys, I invite you to work more with JavaScript over the rest of the day, the rest of the night. I think I am good for today. You're good for today. I think so far you have a lot of progress. And I think we can call it a night because today is Friday. Do you guys agree? Okay, so see you on Monday. Monday is going to be a long day, and I will be most probably in El Salvador, and I will be writing. I will be contacting you from El Salvador, okay? And we're going to do a lot of magic or a lot of programming.
Professor, like, can you post to GitHub the code?
Yes, let me push this, add it to GitHub, and so you can always go back. Okay, give me 1 second. Add and commit day 4 or 5, and then push.
Thank you.
Yes, that's the Bitcoin country. Yeah, but but also you can use American dollars. They also use American dollars over there. Like you can pay with dollars in there. I hope the things don't go expensive over there, because when you go to a country where you have to pay with American dollars, the things are not so cool, right? You know, I went to India, and in India, the money was okay. Like you can do a lot of stuff with your money, but when you go to a country like Panama, you have to pay with American dollars too. You know. All right. So see you next time.
Professor,
Yes,
can I see you like in private? I have,
a private question.
yes.
Okay, you can write me right now, and we can and I can answer